What sets us apart from other law firms? We're darn good. We get results. Doesn't mean we win every case, but we win most of them. And our clients are very happy with our success at the negotiating table and in the courtroom. My name is Jonathan Kreider. I am the founder and the owner of Kreider Attorneys at Law. 5 years ago, I was coming off the bench. I was a district court judge for 3.5 years, and I didn't know where I'd go or what I'd do next, but I felt led and called to open a law firm to start helping people. That was 5 years ago, and we've been growing ever since. Kreider Attorneys at Law helps a lot of people in family law cases. This is divorce, child custody, child support, equitable distribution. We also help injured people. This is injuries by accident, usually auto accidents. And we also help small businesses with litigation, contract disputes, employment disputes, that kind of thing. Here at Kreider Attorneys at Law, we seek to maintain good and positive relationships between our attorneys and our clients for a couple reasons. Number one, because we're in the foxhole with you. And then once you're out of it, it often means that we're going to sit at a boardroom, we're going to sit in a courtroom, or we're going to sit at the negotiating table. And frankly, you'll see markers of our success in each of those venues. And you can expect that we're going to be fully engaged in your case when we're there in the courtroom or at the negotiating table for you.
Originally, I contacted Mr. Kreider for a separation agreement to make sure that I had all of my ducks in a row with the finances and assets and all that kind of stuff. And then I continued to use him throughout the process of the full separation and divorce. My initial meeting with him really did stand out. I was obviously hesitant. This was a new thing for me, not where I wanted to be, and he immediately made me feel welcome, comfortable, and confident in him, his abilities. I left there with confidence in him as a person as well as a lawyer. One of the greatest things that he did was say, let's talk about where you're at and what's going on in your life first. Let me understand who you are and what's happened versus let's just give me all of your data and I'll give you a calculated answer. It was, I'm gonna know you, and because I know you and because we know each other, I can help understand who you are, what you want, what you need, and turn that into the legalese that you may have a language barrier between you and what you want to happen there.
When you become a client at Kreider Attorneys at Law, you can expect that at our initial meeting, you will leave there with an action plan. At that initial meeting, you'll meet with an attorney and maybe even your paralegal as well in that meeting. And you'll come out of there knowing what's going to happen next in your case and the action items that your attorney is going to take. You may not realize it, but a law firm's staff is going to make a huge difference in the life of your case. It's not just the lawyer that you select, it's the staff as well. My staff is the best in the industry. They are hand-selected by me to be the best and also the most communicative with our clients. And so when you become a client of Kreider Attorneys at Law, you're going to see that difference.
I was actually on military orders in Texas and was having some issues with the other attorneys that I had, and typed in best divorce attorneys in the triad, and they were actually listed on there. So I made a call, and it was just kind of a God thing. And they called me right back and were able to help, jumped right in while I was over in El Paso, Texas. The communication was key for me. You know, if I have a concern, even if it's, you know, kind of a crazy concern or something that doesn't really necessarily seem like it mattered, they always treated me like everything was important. You know, even the silliest question was like, hey, can she do this? Or I'm paranoid about this, or I'm worried about this. Anytime I could call Taylor or Tammy and they would have an answer for me that day. And if not that day, if it wasn't something pressing, it was within the next day. It was almost like having a friend. It's kind of weird to say that about your attorneys, but you know, it was almost like a safety boat. You know?
So what you can expect from us is a culture of honesty, respect, and warmth too. I mean, when you walk in, you're liable to get a hug from one of a number of women who just love to see our clients come through the door every day.
no one likes having to deal with legal paperwork and attorneys and all of the mess that often goes along with it. I needed someone to help me out with walking through the process of divorce, and it's been seamless, and they've done a great job with making it an easy process. As a now single mom of 3, life is complicated, busy, and chaotic, and having an office like Mr. Kreider's has helped life be a little bit easier through a process that can sometimes be really difficult. So it's been a great experience.
Getting a big win in cases is why I do this. It's the highlight of my career to be able to win cases for clients. Sometimes along the way you make compromises and you settle cases and you don't necessarily get everything you want, but there are times, and it's not infrequently, that we get to put up big wins for our clients. And that makes all the difference. I served as a district court judge for over 3 years, and when you first walk onto that bench and when you first sit down, your perspective completely changes. You change from having been an advocate for years to watching how the entirety of the game plays out. And now as a litigator, having been through that, having seen what I've seen, it just prepared me so much better than I had been, and I can prepare my clients in a way that I hadn't been able to before. Without that experience, I wouldn't be the effective advocate that I am today. At Kreider Attorneys at Law, we're very happy with our history. In over 5 years, we've served a lot of clients and we've gotten a lot of great results. But anticipate over the next few years, we are growing. That means we're going to bring on excellent new attorneys, we're going to bring on excellent new staff, and that will continue our culture of honesty. If you're facing a difficult time and you need legal help, if you're facing a separation, divorce, you just got served with a lawsuit, perhaps you just got injured in an accident, your next step is to give us a call. Call Kreider Attorneys at Law, and you're going to meet with an attorney within the next week who will go over your problems, assess your goals, and come up with a plan tailored for you so that you can get clarity and action in your case. Give us a call.